Hey yo bubbles, welcome back to the channel. My name is Caitlin Benson.
I just call it righteous.
Hey yo bubbles. Oh my god. So I debated on, I couldn't talk there for a second. I almost stumbled upon my words. I debated English, please, Caitlin. I thought long and hard about posting this video because I know that I wanted to, but honestly, I don't really have time, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's currently midnight, so I'm probably gonna be up all night editing this, but it's fine. It's fine. Anything for ATEEZ. If you don't know my journey with ATEEZ, this group, like, they are so much to me. Like, I encourage you guys that if you have not watched any of my ATEEZ reactions, like, please go watch them. Like, I don't really ask people to watch like past reactions. Like, I'm like, you're free to do whatever you want, but like genuinely, like, go watch my past ATEEZ reactions because the journey has been like so genuine and so fun. To like get to where we are now is kind of crazy. So as you all know, ATEEZ is on tour right now, and as of the time that I'm filming this, I probably will be on my way to see them, or at least getting ready to see them in concert in Chicago. This is like a big deal because ATEEZ was supposed to be my first ever K-pop concert, but what happened was I got really sick. I'm pretty sure I got COVID, but when I tested, they were all negative. But I was out for 2 weeks. Like, I wasn't even really posting on my channel. I was like sick, like really sick. So I couldn't go to the concert when they were in Chicago. And honestly, ever since that, like, I have been sad that I missed out on that concert. Like, I've heard so many great things about them live, and I was like so upset that I got sick. I was like, are you kidding me? So I missed out on that opportunity. Our captain was like, we're coming back. We're gonna come back. And we were like, okay, yeah, sure. You know, maybe K-Con, you know what I mean? No, we're doing a whole nother tour, baby. We're doing a whole nother tour. I was like, oh my God. So here we are. It was hell getting tickets, but you know what? It's okay. We're not like anywhere near the stage, but we're in the same arena as ATEEZ, and that's all that matters, okay? So actually, I've heard pretty much all of ATEEZ's discography. There's a couple small things here and there, but this last album that we're going to be reacting to today is the last Korean album that I have to do. There is one album, Treasure EP Map to Answer. There's one song in there called Declaration that I don't think I've heard. It doesn't sound familiar to me, and that album cover doesn't look familiar to me. It also has like a lot of other remixes on there. There's also Treasure EP Extra Shift the Map, which just has a ton of just remixes. So that's like, there's songs that I've heard before, but they're just remixed. So that's a whole other album that we'll probably get to eventually, but like, I've heard the songs, so it's just like, you know, a remix of the songs. Then there is Into the A to Z. That's a Japanese album, I believe. Never reacted to this album on the channel, but I actually did listen to the songs that were on there. So for sure, I've heard Better and Still Here. I'm not sure why I didn't react to that. When it came out, I just listened to it on my own. Sometimes that happens, and you know, hey, that's pretty much it. Like, every other album, especially the recent ones, like, we're all caught up on those. And so yeah, we really did go through ATEEZ discography, besides those like small couple songs here and there that I kind of missed. But this is the last album. Like, this is the last like full album full of songs that I haven't heard, and this is kind of a big deal, and I'm really excited to get to listen to this with you guys today. So we're gonna have to split this up into 2 parts because, you know, copyright. I'm hoping that it'll be okay just to do 2, but this is a long album. I think this is their first full album, like a full-blown album that they did, so that's kind of crazy. I'm kind of used to like the EPs and the mini albums and stuff like that. So then again, their recent album, The Movement, was pretty long. It wasn't like super long, but it was longer than I feel like their normal stuff. But this is definitely the longest album, like, for sure. So one more thing, and then we'll get going in this reaction. So for the set list that we're going to be going off of, basically every single song on this album, basically almost, not all of them, is on the set list, so that's why we're reacting to it. And then there is a song that I saw on the set list that I hadn't heard before, and it's From. Apparently this is pre-debut. This is pre-debut ATEEZ, so KQ Fellas. By the way, the new KQ Fellas are also going to be on tour. I think they're opening for the show. So that's really cool. I've seen a couple videos on Twitter about it, so I thought that was really dope. Yeah, I haven't checked out a lot of their pre-debut stuff, so I'm definitely gonna have to go back, especially when I finish like all the albums and everything, and like go through more like other content other than like music with them. But I'm gonna try to put this song in one of these parts. It's gonna be a little tricky because we have 5 songs in each part, so I'm hoping this does not get blocked. So, but there's a music video and everything, so I was like, I kind of want to check it out before we go off to the concert. So I'm really excited. I got my light stick just in case things get turned. I got my blanket behind me just in case I need it for comfort. This is like our last album, really. I'm super excited, so let's go. All right, so before we start, we are using lyric videos. I am well aware that they get people wrong. I will try my best with everyone's voices, but sometimes, you know, with the production going on, me trying to read the lyrics, doing all these things at once, I may miss something. So if that ends up happening, just no big issue, no big deal. I feel like these lyric videos, like a lot of people get really angry about it, and I'm like, it's okay, it's totally fine, we're good. I'm gonna be seeing these songs live anyway, so like if anything gets wrong, like I'll know eventually. So, but yeah, we have our intro, end of the beginning, which is very interesting because there's an outro, beginning of the end at the end of this album. So this already looks like there's been so much freaking thought into the album, which they always do. But I feel like I'm really excited for this because it is such a long album, and I'm excited to see like what their thoughts were going into this. So end of the beginning, this is probably going to be some sort of insane spoken word maybe, or just an instrumental. Their intros are incredible. It's crazy how they, you know, make these intros so freaking epic. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go. Oh my god, it sounds like an army. It sounds like an army. Like this sounds like the song that you would play before you go to charge into a battle. Who is this singing? I don't know if it's any one of the boys. With the intros, the lyric videos never do right with the intros. So okay. That's it? Dude, that goes into Wonderland like that? That goes into Wonderland like that? The build, the epicness, and how it felt like we were going into battle. And you know what? That actually is so freaking cool because the title of this album is called All to Action. So just having that be the intro of the album like already fits into the theme, but also that transitioning into Wonderland like makes so much sense because I remember when I reacted to Wonderland, which was the very first song I ever heard from ATEEZ. Wonderland was my first impression of ATEEZ, and can I tell y'all, I got slapped in the face. I was like not ready for any of that, and I was like, okay. So like the marching and just like everything, definitely it makes sense. The end of the beginning, that's interesting. Okay, just mentioned before that we have heard Wonderland, so we're not gonna listen to that on here. Obviously I've listened to that song probably the most out of everything because that was the first song that I ever heard from ATEEZ, so I've heard it millions of times, reacted to the music video and everything. So we will move on to the next one, which is Dazzling Light. I really like that song title. All right, let's go. Oh, is this one gonna hurt me? Oh my god.
어둠 속에 또 착한 이곳 그 무엇도 없는 걸 내 꿈속에 빛나던 그곳 우린 어디에 있나 반짝이고 반짝였던 이곳은 고요하니 꿈을 꾸고 꿈꿔봐도 나는 궁금해 아직 또 다른 반짝인 그 빛이 찾아가 손을 뻗어봐 문을 열고 늘 그랬듯 우린 답을 찾아오기에 된다면 Dazzling light.
Whoa, hold on, I need to hear Hanju's freaking rap again. Hold on.
반짝이고 반짝였던 이곳은 고요하니 꿈을 꾸고 꿈꿔봐도 나는 궁금해 아직 또 다른 반짝인 그 빛이 찾아가 손을 뻗어봐 문을 열고 늘 그랬듯 우린 답을 찾아오기에 된다면
opening the door and just like always, we found the answer. If you understand, like, no. Okay, these lyrics already are gonna get me because like I already feel emotional and I'm like, whoa, I wasn't ready for that already in the top of the album. But I really like the instrumental of this beat. It kind of sounds inspirational in a way. Like it just sounds kind of comforting. I don't know. I really like the way it sounds though. Okay. I really like this.
어둠 속에 또 착한 이곳 그 무엇도 없는 걸 내 꿈속에 빛나던 그곳 우린 어디에 있나 반짝이고 반짝였던 이곳은 고요하니 꿈을 꾸고 눈 떠봐도 나는 궁금해하지 또 다른 반짝인 그 빛이 찾아가 손을 뻗어봐 문을 열고
I love his verse. Ooh, the claps and the oohs. All right, come on in here, Jungho. Come on. Okay, stop. Dang.
끝없는 의문 속에 답을 줘 운명처럼 이끈 promise 우리의 여정 그 끝은 어디에
Okay, y'all really singing on this song. Hold up, it's kind of whoa. I keep talking about the answer, and actually, I reacted out of order on accident. That album, it was 2020, and this one's 2019, so I reacted out of order on accident. But they keep talking about like the answer and the journey, so I thought that was really cool how they kind of set that up in the next album. As always, they always like 10 steps ahead. Tell me who you, who am I? Ooh, interesting. I really like these lyrics.
끝없는 의문 속에 답을 줘
Oh, your song sounds so good.
이끈 promise
The harmony.
우리의 여정 그 끝은 어디에 맘을 채워가 맘을 또 답을 찾아가 답을 어둠을 짙어 보이는 밤을 난 믿어 난 감을 투론 가득한 어둠을 때려 난 네가 있기에 극복 빛나는 것을 따라 날아가지 난 네가 보기에 발란 shinier better.
What is up with these lyrics? Why do I feel like they're talking about ATEEZ low-key? Because like this is too much. This is so sweet. Like it could be about them and us. Like we're a family. No, I love their verses. Like Hunju and Minky's verses have been absolutely amazing on this song. I'm beating up the darkness that is filled with fear I can overcome because I have you. Like shut up. Stop saying that to me. It's hard to see at night because of the darkness, but I believe in my senses. Like by like these lyrics, bro, and obviously these lyrics aren't 100% translated correctly, I know that, but like it gives me an idea of like what the song is, and I love that. Okay, I'm gonna cry during this song. I already know. Someone sounds so good. Actually, that does not sound like Sungwa. I don't know. For some reason, it sounded differently than the first time he sung it. I love that line. They just literally just had like an instrumental as a chorus. Okay, Jungho, stop playing.
Where we go, where we are, what you wanna say? Here we go, we just wanna take you there. Where we go, where we are, what we wanna say? Shine you day, we just wanna take you there. 수없는 발들을 say, 끝없는 빛을 향해.
Okay, both of y'all, what are y'all doing right now? Going back and forth like that? Stop playing with me. I was getting the rap line on the bridge. Like, what?
Where we go, Shine your day, we just wanna
Oh, I
take you
love
there. 수없는 밤들을 새 끝없는 빛을 향해 수없이 펼쳐진 그 빛을 따라가 새로운 시작 그 앞에 빛이 작지만 또 빛이 있기 때문에 빛이 향한 길은 없을 끝이 우리는 하나같이 그래 그곳은 닿을 때까지.
Oh my god. Hold on, that drop.
그래 그곳은 닿을 때까지.
Ooh. Okay, Jungho. Yo.
Let me know who you, who am I?
Ooh. Jungho, don't make me, boy. I actually really like that song. I love the instrumentals to this. I love the melodies to this. I love the chorus actually. I wasn't quite sure if I was gonna really vibe well with that because it's really just like the instrumental, they're going off on that, and then they say, tell me who you, who am I, over and over again. So part of that can be quite repetitive, but I think it works in the context of the song, and I just like the melody, so it doesn't bother me. Part of me like got transported to like the beginning of the discography, like the first couple albums, because again, this lyric video could be wrong, but it seemed like Wooyoung really only got like that one part before the chorus, like the pre-chorus part, which he sounded great on, by the way. Like, I always noticed that on their earlier albums, he does not have a lot of lines. Like, he's one of the, him and Yosan literally don't have that many lines when it comes to their earlier albums. And it always made me sad because I feel like Wooyoung has such a beautiful, light voice, and it's really powerful at times too. So I always love hearing it. Yeah, it's just like a thing that I noticed, and I love that Yosan like had those lower moments. Like, Yosan's voice is so freaking unique. It's so good. And like I said, him and Wooyoung, in my opinion, don't get as many lines. Granted, I will say, I feel like that's more so earlier albums. I feel like later, like I feel like the recent ones, they actually started showcasing more, so I appreciate that. Our rap line going back and forth, like I think Hanjun and Mingi, they have such a good like dynamic between the two, and their verses were my favorite thing about the song, because obviously we have San and Jungho and Yuno and Seonghwa holding down the vocal parts in this as well. A really beautiful song. Like, I really love the message of it and how they were talking about dreams and the journey and like, where are we, who am I, like where does this end, which kind of, you know, connects to the beginning of the intro of this album. What I find really interesting with this album and how it kind of sets up the next album, at least so far what I'm reading through the lyrics, is that they keep talking about searching for this thing, right? And answers that they are seeking for. And I love how in the next album, only the song Answer is there, but like we find what we're looking for, right? Like we find the treasure. Like that's one of the things throughout the album reaction. I was like, oh my God, did we find it? But even when we found it, like when we found the treasure that we were looking for all this time, there's still a journey. There's still mountains to overcome. Like it's not over just yet, you know? So I just thought that was really cool how it's connecting with that. But yeah, definitely a beautiful song so far. Everything's been really good. Really love the lead in to Wonderland, and I love this, so no skip so far. I would play both of these hands down. All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's go. Okay, next is Mist, and this is a song that I feel like I've heard a lot about. A lot of people are saying that it's beautiful and the vocals are divine in it. I think I may have heard a snippet of this because the title of the song sounds familiar in the guide like a long time ago, but I don't remember what it sounded like. I just heard a lot about the song. Oh, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm so excited to finally get to hear it. Oh, this is like a different, this is kind of different so far on the album. Okay. Ooh. I feel what? Why does this sound like this? What the hell? Oh my God.
Why am I afraid? 흐려진 안개 속.
Is that really Wooyoung?
Why am I afraid?
I cannot tell if that's him or not.
흐려진 안개 속.
Ooh. I love how he held those out. Are y'all about to do some shit? Stop playing. I love how he held those notes out. Yes. Who did a whoa? They really are singing on this. Hold on. This lyric video is wrong. Why do I feel like I hear Yosan in that? I'm not sure entirely. There's gonna be someone down below to help me, but it kind of does sound like Yosan here. Okay. Okay.
난 두렵지 않을 수 있었을까? So please 말해줘요 it's alright. 불안하니 안개 속 모든 게 한순간이라고. So please 이게 내 길이라면 내 손을 꼭 잡아줘.
They taking me to church. I just levitated somewhere. I don't even know where I am. Hold on. We gotta go back. I understand why people are talking about the vocals on this song. Like literally probably some of their best vocal work. Like genuinely, like especially Woo Young right there. And then when Jungho comes in too, like ooh, and I love the instrumental. It's probably gonna be like one of their best songs. Like I love it. I love how like kind of dreamy sounding it is too as well. I think the maybe was Sungwa. That doesn't sound like Yosan. I could be wrong. The hits. I love that. Do. Ooh. Oh my god, I love the melody behind him. It's like no. Like I love that. Okay.
I want you to be make me sure 내 불안을 꺾쳐줘 깜깜아 이 어둠 속에 빛이 보여도 금방 흐릿해져 다시 발걸음은 제자리 또 길을 잃고 방황 한 손 잡고서는 놔줘 내 나침반이 속삭이에 맞아 오래 돌아간다 해도 곁에 머물러줘 계속 확신이 없는 안길을 몰라 너가 없이 난리 catch'em 비바람 몰아치면 내가 뜨겠지 yeah. 이 안개도 거치면 밝아지겠지
Hold on. Yo, look. Oh my god, that almost made me cry. I always cry with ATEEZ's albums. If you're new to the channel, and if you go, like I said before, if you go through watch my other albums, you'll just see me crying all the time. Like I don't know what it is. ATEEZ is definitely that group that makes me cry the most when I listen to their music. Like that's why I said like their music means a lot to me, and it's gotten me through a lot because it's so, I don't know what it is. Like I really don't know what it is about them. I always feel like they're speaking to me, like, you know, like it always hits home with them. I don't know, man. And this verse just now like almost made me cry. Like it was that good. Also, like his verses on this whole entire album has been insane. Like the Country and Mingi's verses have been insane on this album. Oh my god, I want to listen to it again. 내 시야를 가려도 널 느낄 수 있다면 난 괜찮아 I want you to be make me sure 내 불안을 꺾쳐줘 깜깜아 이 어둠 속에 빛이 보여도 금방 흐릿해. This line, even when I see a light in this darkness, it fades away quickly and my footsteps are back in the same place. Like, oh my gosh, that is so sad. To be make me sure 내 불안을 꺾쳐줘 깜깜아 이 어둠 속에 빛이 보여도 금방 흐릿해져 다시 발걸음은 제자리 또 길을 잃고 방황 한 손 잡고서는 놔줘 내 나침반이 속삭임. My compass is your whisper, like what? 다시 발걸음은 제자리 또 길을 잃고 방황 한 손 잡고서는 놔줘 내 나침반이 속삭이에 맞아 오래 돌아간다 해도 곁에 머물러줘 계속 확신이 없는 안길을 몰라 너가 없이 난리 catch'em 비바람 몰아치면 내가 뜨겠지 yeah. 이 안개도 거치면 밝아지겠지 yeah. This y'all are can run in the back. I can't. I will.
어쩌면 난 두렵지 않을 수 있었을까. So please 말해줘요 it's alright. 불안하지 않겠어.
This has got to be like their best chorus in their whole entire discography. This has got to be like their best chorus. Like if I had to pick like the best chorus in ATEEZ's discography, I think it might have been this. I think it's got to be this. Like with Wooyoung's like vocals, like he stands out so much on this song. Like he really does. Like there's certain songs where some members like really just fit well on, and that's definitely like this is like Wooyoung definitely does that on this song. And I love how earlier I was kind of talking about how like I really want to hear more from him, especially on the older albums, and so I'm glad that this is like a moment that we're getting that. But with his vocals and then the beats and the hits, like it's just perfect. Like it's a perfect chorus. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Yep. Oh, damn. Oh my God, I could listen to this all day. I could listen to this all day. What? You know, there's only one thing I dislike about this, in that it's the fact that it ended. It shouldn't. It needs to be a never-ending song. That's how I feel about it. This song should never have an ending at all. Loop it. You know, this is crazy because their recent album, obviously The Movement, that made my Hall of Fame, and that out of their discography, I'm pretty sure that's the only album that's made it there, because there's been at least one song or one thing that I didn't really love, you know, going into it. And some songs grew on me. Like I definitely think I didn't love Twilight when I first heard it, but like it grew on me. But like first listen through like Movement, their latest album, hands down, I was like, this is it. 3 songs in here, and I already just feel the same way about this album. This might be my favorite ATEEZ song, and I'm having a hard time because, like I said, the recent album and the whole Fever series, you guys, ATEEZ, like the Fever series is probably like my favorite like era from them. Like not only was that the series that like I, you know, found them, and that was like the first time I became ATEEZ was when Fireworks came out, and I was like, oh my God. So like Fever Part 2 was like, at that time I was like that's when I decided to stay in ATEEZ, and then like those songs like mean a lot to me. But this song, like genuinely, like at the end I almost started crying. Like it really, like it will be a miracle if I go through this album and not cry. It will be a miracle because it always happens. I don't feel like crying right now though. So I really don't want to. It's exhausting crying. I don't want to do it. But like at the end of that, like I don't know, like it felt so hopeful. Like I think that's one of the reasons why I love their music, is even when they talk about like really deep stuff or like dark things, like they always kind of try to make it hopeful, you know? And I really just appreciate that. Like they talked a lot about like light and darkness so far in this album, and how I just feel like those are like key things that I'm noticing a lot within the lyrics. But it always comes like full circle back around, like I can't get through this without you. Like whether they're saying that about each other as members or just also the fans, which probably they are. So it's like, and I don't know, it just feels so comforting to me, you know? And not only that, like vocally, this is probably like some of their best work vocally. We all know Jungho can sing for his life. That man is amazing, and I will constantly hype that man up. Like he's freaking unreal. He's unreal. But what I actually really love is that we really got to showcase some vocals from everyone here. Even Minky had a couple of vocal moments in his little verse. He did a little rap sing there. I think Hyunjin really sung all that, but because he had his verse, but like for the most part, like we got a lot of great vocal moments from everyone, and I feel like that just made the song like that much more powerful, you know, because ATEEZ can sing. A lot of people like to discredit them. Evidence is out there that our boys can freaking sing, on top of being incredible, outstanding performers. So I mean, some people just choose not to see it, and that's on them, but like it's there, so can't ignore it. I'm really excited to hear this live. Oh my gosh, like genuinely guys, I'm gonna sob so hard. Like Dazzling Light and Mist, like those two songs already almost made me cry. Part of me wants to go back to Wonderland. Like, can we get a bop? Can we get a bop? Because like I don't want to be in my feels right now. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get to hear this live. Like I'm so excited. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, I'm excited about this. Why, you ask? Because I've actually heard the song before. Precious is on the album after this, so I have to keep in mind that this came out before that album, and I reacted out of order, so it's a little wonky for me in my mind. But this was what we had of Precious before we got the full song. So like, can you imagine them having a song like Precious and then not giving us the full song, because it's like 1 minute and 42 seconds. Obviously the full song is longer than that, but so I'm vaguely familiar with this, but this is like a different version or something like that, or at least a shorter version of that song. So let's go ahead and check it out. I remember being absolutely floored with this song. It was so good. All right, let's go. Just that, this is iconic, bro. Oh my god, it's so good. Wait, hold on. Sorry. The lyrics. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Precious. I can't believe them. Not them whispering, my precious. The instrumental of this is like incredible. Woo. Ooh, I just got chills. Oh my god, the vocals, holy shit. Whoa. The fact that like they put like the treasure melody in that, like that's crazy to me. Like I'm still floored by that they did that. But there's always callbacks to everything. Like if you think about the song Turbulence, like there's so many freaking callbacks in that song. And I remember when I reacted to that for the first time, I was so overwhelmed because there were so many different things happening. But yeah, wow, this is turning out to be a really, really solid album by them. But what I really love about this in the context of this album is even like I'm thinking about a live setting too, because I really do feel like ATEEZ is a group that really thinks about their live stages and like how their songs are going to come across live. And so having this kind of be a little shorter and like this can lead into another performance. Like I'm thinking that way too, and like how they can do something with this and have that lead into the next performance, which I'm pretty sure is something that they do. And so I think this was like kind of genius to have this song on there, but also not only does it do that like for live stages, but it kind of does that for the album in the sense where I feel like we're starting to shift. Albums normally always have that point in it. It could come earlier, it can be a little bit later, but I feel like with this being a little bit shorter and kind of having that feel to it, I think we're kind of transitioning into a different into something different for the rest of the album. So it's kind of like a filler, but not really. I wouldn't really label it as a filler, but it's something that can lead it's like a transitioning song, I think, in the context of this album anyway. And this version, not the fuller version. The fuller version is an entirely different thing. But I also feel like this was one of the first songs where I genuinely went like, oh my God, so they have the treasure now. Cause like just in the lyrics and how they talk about like my precious, like them using precious to describe their treasure and the journey that we've gone on this whole time, getting to the point of, you know, obtaining the treasure. And I will say like this song kind of sounds very piratey, you know what I mean? Just in the instruments and how it feels, even with the my precious thing, like every pirate, you know, is protective of their treasure, you know, at least for the pirates that I've seen anyway. Like their treasure is their like most prized possession, right? So I really love how they kind of portrayed that in a sense with the lyrics of this. But anyway, I feel like also this production wise is probably some of their best too, and they have great production all around. Like every single freaking song is amazing, but there's something about the track to this. Like I remember when I first heard it, I was like, yo, this is different. It's kind of hard to say because like genuinely every single song has hit me in some sort of way. Wonderland is still like that song for me because like that was the first song I ever heard and it's a bop. Like I love that song. I'll probably cry to Wonderland too. But man, Mist, like that is such a great song. So I don't know, I'm kind of having a hard time picking my favorite. Like I really don't know. I guess we'll have to continue going throughout the album to kind of see. But yeah, I don't know. We technically have one more, but I'm gonna try to squeeze in From in this part. Hopefully it's okay. Fingers crossed. But let's move on to the next one. Okay, up next is When, and I think that's interesting in the context of the album so far because they just talked about the treasure and how they got it. So When being the next song is interesting because they're winning in some sort of sense, in some way they've achieved something. So let's hit it. Let's go. When.
Oh yeah yeah yeah. Oh yeah yeah yeah. Play like a lucky like him. Rocky gonna be winning like that. Oh mama 지평선은 뒤로 and we mama 첫 번째로 디뎌.
This is like an Afro beat. Oh shit. I like this. The oh yeah yeah yeah.
Oh yeah yeah yeah. Play like a lucky like him.
Rocky.
Now he gonna be winning like that.
Hey.
Oh mama 지평선은 뒤로.
This sounds like Sungwa here. Play like a Rocky like no.
Gonna be winning like that.
This part. Oh mama.
지평선은 뒤로.
Damn.
mama 첫 번째로 디뎌. 깃발은 펄럭이게 하늘 위로. 저 하늘 위로. 저 하늘 위로. 파도가 막아 그냥 가르고 나가. 바람이 때려 그 바람 타고 날아. Don't ask me why 몰라. 그냥 가는 거야 앞이잖아. We don't know what is next.
Right.
생각하지 않지 우리 live today.
Okay.
But we know who is next. 우리가 어디 있는지를 봐.
Okay, shit.
우리 배는 변도로만 가.
Y'all petty for this. Stop fucking laughing. Stop. I ain't got time for you right now. What the hell? I needed this song earlier because I was in my feelings earlier. Okay, it's here now though. Whoa. This Afro beat. Yo, you know what I was just saying earlier? How like they have like these songs that like be getting you in your feels. Like ATEEZ makes meaningful music. I always say that about ATEEZ, but don't get it twisted. They can do a bop. They can do a bop. Yo, I might have to get out of my chair for this one because this one, I'm like, ooh, I gotta get up. Like, I feel like there's a lot of mistakes on this lyric video. So, granted, I knew that going into it. So, but there's like some lines in here. Hold on. Like, this is probably like my favorite part so far, like lyrically. Like, we don't know what's next. We don't think about it. Like, we just live for today. But then to come back and be like, but what we do know is who we are, who is next. Despite not knowing where we're gonna go, we know who we are. And they always kind of had this like humble brag about them. Like, I really felt that in the reel. So this is really cool. I love this. And I love like, hey, we are gonna win. And then that Rocky, bro, how many, not them having a song called Rocky too, like, bro, But this came out way before that did, so we didn't even know. Can they do more songs like this? Because this Afro beat is killing me. I'm like, oh. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need corrections down below for who sings what, because this is messed up. This lyric video is definitely not. There's a lot wrong with it. Okay.
깃발은 펄럭이게 하늘 위로 저 하늘 위로 저 하늘 위로 파도가 막아 그냥 가르고 나가
The beat.
때려 그 바람 타고 날아 Don't ask me why 몰라 그냥 가는 거야 앞이잖아.
Like that for sure does not sound like Jungho to me. Like I think that might be Woo Young. I think so, but I could be wrong. But like that doesn't sound like Jungho to me.
why 몰라 그냥 가는 거야 앞이잖아. We don't know what is next 생각하지 않지 우리 live today But we know
See, that sounds like Jungho.
우리가 어딨는지를 봐.
Let's go.
우리 배는 변도로만
But by the way, that doesn't sound like Hanjun either. Like I don't think his voice even goes that deep. Does it go that deep? But it doesn't sound like him. I don't even know who that could be. Maybe either Seonghwa or Yosan, one of the two. I feel like they could get that deep like that. ATEEZ does songs like this. I'm like, y'all, nobody can touch them. They on fire right now.
우리 배는 변도로만 가. We are gonna win. Rock it, rock it, rock it. We are gonna win. Rock it, rock it, rock it. We are gonna win.
What?
We are gonna win.
Oh shit! Hey, hey.
어머나 왜 난리야 우리는 널널해 날라리야 어치고 받고 또 싸움이야 난 몰라 유유히 콧노래야 아라리야
계란 위에 걸린 불집에서 끝까지 움직여 날아같이 피어난 꽃처럼 흘러난 브로웨이 땅에 무대 지구와
파도가 막아 그냥 가르고 나
They just. That was so seamless into that pre-chorus. Okay. Yo, this might be a Hall of Fame album. Shit. This is like some of their best work, bro. What is happening? Like, this is ATEEZ at their best, bro. I feel like, oh, like a blossom flower blow away, color this land. Oh my God. You guys throwing punches and fighting again. I'm saying out of it. I'm saying out of it. Shit. This going on my workout playlist.
어머나 왜 난리야 우리는 널널해 날라리야 어치고 받고 또 싸움이야
I love the melody in the back.
콧노래야 아라리야
계란 위에 걸린 불집에서 끝까지 움직여 날아같이 피어난 꽃처럼 흘러난 브로웨이 땅에 무대 지구와
파도가 막아
That seamless transition into this part.
바람이 때려 그 바람 타고 날아 Don't ask me why 몰라
I love that part.
가는 거야
Oh, and then the echo in the back.
Don't ask me why 몰라 그냥 가는 거야 앞이잖아
That's definitely not Jungho.
What is next 생각하지 않지 우리 live today
Come on. Okay, stop playing with me. Going off in that back. I hear you. Oh my God. Chicky's so sorry enough taking in the song. I don't need you ad-libbing in the back like that, Jungho. Damn.
우리 live today 우리 배는 변도로만 가 We are gonna win Rock it, rock it, rock it We are gonna win Rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it It's so good We are gonna win
I need to see the dance break. They got choreo. Oh. Okay.
이젠 우리가 춤을 춰 우리답게 욕심을 채워 계속 주변을 들어 다 같이 We gon' be winning all day We gon' be winning all day night We gon' be winning all day We gon' be winning all day night
Oh shit.
1, 2, 3, go
Bitch. Bitch.
이젠 우리가 춤을 춰 우리답게 욕심을 채워 계속 주변을 들어 다 같이 We gon' be winning all day We gon' be winning all day night We gon' be winning all day We gon' be winning all day night 1, 2, 3, go
out of breath. Whoa. I'm really out of shape.
If they got another song even remotely like that on this album, I ain't gonna make it. Cause I'm 24 and I'm about to pass out. Okay. My body was like, oh girl, no. That may or may not be in the video. Do they have choreo to this song? This is one of those songs where I was like, they definitely made this to perform live. You can't, like, with a beat that crazy, you have to perform this live. I'm so happy this is on the set list. I'm so happy. Structure of the album is so interesting so far because like normally you feel like normally in albums you'll build from the beginning, which they kind of did because Wonderland's at the beginning. But this is ATEEZ we're talking about, and they're telling a story, so like their structures to the albums are a little bit different. But the fact that we have this hype song kind of in the middle of the album is so cool. I love it. Also, I thought that was interesting too. Once again, like I said, how that the song Precious felt like a transitioning song, and then we get Win after that. Like that just makes so much sense to me, like structure wise, like that. Okay, so to end this part, we're gonna try, hopefully, fingers crossed that this works. We're gonna watch From. I'm kind of hoping like with like the intro not being that long and then like Precious not being that long, that can maybe slip in this song. So hopefully it'll be all good. Okay, that's going to be the end of part one. Hopefully everything's good on copyright, please. So far, I cannot tell you what my favorite song is right now. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me. Like part of me wants to say Mist, but still I don't know. So we'll have to see what other songs are left in part two. I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. I will see y'all on part two. It should be up like literally like right after this one. You guys can go ahead and jump over there. But on that note, that's gonna be it for part one. I'll see y'all in part two.